Hello everyone. So I made a video yesterday and it wasn't too good because I couldn't really talk properly because it was late. So I decided to redo it today. I've been testing out ice a lot and I found a pretty good I've been testing out YouTube loadouts, I've been testing out my own loadouts. I probably spent here around 4 hours worth just testing damage parcels and seeing what's the best averages, what hits the max. I don't have all the white mods, but you pretty much just do it towards ice, like what you use in the loadouts. It's not that hard. But anyway, my is quite low, but this still hits pretty decent. My everything is pretty low. These are around the 200s. This is only 8 and 7. I don't have max anything, so, and my CP is trash. So yeah, there it is, and it still hits quite well, especially in clamped with other powers at least. I've played this a few times in instances, but if you use ice, you'll probably be top, even if no matter what their CP is and arts, doesn't really matter anymore in clamps. But obviously in your tier, you'll probably hit low. Where's the actual thing? These. So you'll probably not hit as well if you have low stuff, but in clamped you'll be probably top deep. Yeah, you'll probably be top deep, yes. But anyway, this is probably the best loadout I've tested. Frost Blast into Glacial Flash into Ice Boulder. You keep doing this back and forth, these moves. You only use Snow Devil. I only use Snow Devil before a fight, because if you start using it during your loadout, your parcels will look very bad, because the amount of times you hit Frost Blast is what makes you hit hard. If you only hit it once, then you will hit like in the 30s. I say like the first two, so it would be like 3-5 or something. But if you hit 2, it'll be like 4-5 or even 6-1. 6-1 ice is the highest I've ever hit on single target in 10 seconds. But I'll show you how the loadout works. It's not that hard at all. So Snow Devil for the start, Frost Blast, and then in between you can tap. Here we go. And you tap again. Just make sure you always hit Frost Blast 2 times. That's what makes you do a lot of damage. 5-9, see, that was a big damage. This loadout very much depends on your crits as well, and how fast you can clip. 5-5. Not gonna lie, this is the hardest I've ever hit, very consistently. Here we didn't get a crit there, but we did crit with Glacial, so there we go. See, if you only hit once, it goes down. But if you see, I'm gonna hit it 2 times now, especially with a crit. We got the 50s, and again we didn't crit again. If we don't crit again, it will stay in the 40 zones. Yeah, so this would be 40. Oof, never mind. But this loadout is probably the best that I've found. There was one on YouTube that was similar, so I'm not going to take the full credit for it. That was very low because I didn't hit Frost Blast twice. Anyway, it was this way round, I think, or some way, but Glacial Flash was last. The reason you don't do Glacial Flash last is because the clip time is a lot slower. See how he rests? Like, he takes a bit of time. If you do Ice Boulder and then that, he doesn't rest at all. And with that, you can do a tap range and it doesn't waste any time. So you can do tap range now and you can still do it. So it still works really good. So yeah, this is probably the best one I've found that I've tested. But I don't know if it will hit. I did go into Phantom Zone, and someone had max arts and stuff, and I was 2nd DPS by maybe like 100k, because a lot of the times I tried to do Frost Blast and I kept getting knocked. So if you get knocked, you should probably get these 2 minimum, just so you don't get as knocked as much when you take aggro, because you hit very hard with this loadout. So the boss would probably come towards you, or even ads. But now, I'm going to show you the ads one, which I did spend 2 hours on its own looking for the best one. So I'm going to show it. This is, once again, through testing, the best one I found, which is the most consistent in damage as well, and it can hit the highest max. You know what? Maybe the second highest max. There's one that hits higher in max. I forgot what it was, but it dipped so far low, like so far down, that I didn't even bother with it because the damage was so inconsistent. But anyway, we've got First Blast again, Arctic Gust. These two you use at the so you actually use these, and Robot Sidekick, of course. Still using Grenorium. Don't really need Solar Amplifier. I did test Solar Amplifier out with Heat Vision in between with single target and AoE. Like, with people use that, but you hit very low, so I'm not even gonna bother showing you that. So just keep Grenorium, same artifacts, of course. Everything's the same. All right. So at the start, you hit these two. You go 3 and 4. Use Frost Blast into Arctic Gust. Tap range again. Frost Blast. Arctic Gust. Tap range again into a Frost Blast. And then you use this into Arctic Gust. 82. That's pretty decent. Arctic Gust again. Tap range. Into this. So make sure before you use your 3 and 4th ability, you use Frost Blast. Frost Blast should be your last ability used. 93. This one can hit 111. It just depends on your crits with Frost Blast, I believe. 50s. With other loadouts that are on YouTube right now, it does go down to 40s and 30s. Even this loadout does, but on rare occasion. I don't think it ever does anymore. I used to do it differently this loadout. I used to do Frost Blast, Arctic Gust, Frost Blast. But that lowered the damage a lot, which made me go down to those parcels. But yeah, this one also depends on your Frost Blast. 70Ks. Obviously not as strong as Earth, but it's actually pretty decent. It's very nice. I was surprised because I saw these damage parcels really low, and I switched to different powers yesterday. And I don't know if they changed damage to sparring targets. Oops, I did that wrong. But yeah, this damage is probably the best I found for AoE. But this is I haven't been Ice in years, and I only played it like for a day. Ice, I never really liked it, but I actually enjoy it, and that's why I put in the time. And I try to find a good loadout, because I don't want people using bad loadouts for a power that is actually really fun, and that isn't really used a lot. So I wanted to release a loadout for people to see, so they can maximize their damage with Ice. But yeah, this is probably the best one for AoE. 40s, we hit a 49, woof. That's what happens when you do the loadout wrong though. But yeah, you do hit high, which is good. And the damage is quite consistent. It does dip down lowest to 60 if you keep doing the loadout right. 40, oof, never mind. But the max potential is pretty good. That's pretty much how Ice is. If you don't hit 2 Frost Blasts, your parcel will look so weak. But yeah, I like to keep dot damages up just in case, because if you do get knocked by mobs as well, you're losing damage, which does happen a lot. So that's why I do use it. So if I probably wanted to max damage on these guys, I'd probably just be spamming number 1 and 2 abilities constantly, so I could keep doing Frost Blast. But I want to show realistic, kind of. And it does do really well in instances. But maybe, I think you might do a little more. Because, I mean, in 10 seconds, sometimes you don't get Frost Blast out. But obviously, I'm just going to show you what it looks like if I keep spamming number 1 and 2, the damage parcels. So no breaks in between, using number 3 and 4 abilities. 56. So pretty much if I hit 2 Frost Blasts, I hit strong. And I guess if you don't use those abilities, then you can hit. This one will hit hard because I just hit an Arctic Gust. Sorry. I just critted with Frost Blast and I used it again. Yeah, see 80. Yeah. So that's pretty much how it works. But I like to use the dot damage and the pet Snow Devil and Wintry Tempest just for secure damage. Especially on ads, they can just lunge you if you attack them before tank. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Melee loadout for ice is trash. I've tested it. I've tried different things out. Just stick with range. The melee ones I've tested out from YouTube, and I didn't really stick with melee because like I didn't test it out myself for that long because I mean range was already hitting a lot more. But yeah, this is the best ones I've found for ice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Obviously if I had higher artifacts, my damage would look a lot better. But being at lower damage, you can see really what works and what doesn't. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.